Alright Rocket, now I'll give you part 1 of your requested USA English voice script. Around 2,500 words. One continuous line, no breaks, no brackets. Futuristic storytelling plus review style cars, jets, showroom, interior, sky flight, 2026 feel. Ends smoothly so part 2 can continue. Final ending will be with your channel name Auto Reviews in part 2. Auto Reviews is in the year 2026 the world of mobility transforms into something far greater than just transportation. It becomes a vision of freedom, innovation and lifestyle, and when people step into the futuristic showroom designed with massive glass walls, reflective white floors and brilliant ceiling lights, they do not just see machines, they witness living sculptures of technology that merge art and engineering. And in the center of this vast hall stands a fighter jet painted in an elegant metallic green, its nose sharp like the blade of a sword, its twin tail fins rising proudly into the air, its landing gears extended as if ready to leap into the sky at any moment. And surrounding this marvel of aviation stand cars of the future, each one crafted with aerodynamic curves, glowing LED accents and interiors that seem more like luxurious lounges than vehicles. This is not just a place for machines, this is a temple of innovation and progress. The fighter jet inside the showroom is more than a weapon, it is a statement of design, a futuristic blend of strength, speed and intelligence. Its cockpit is covered by a transparent canopy that reflects the artificial lighting above, yet allows the visitor to see inside, where holographic screens and touchless controls glow in soft blue light. The interior feels like something born from science fiction, but in 2026 it is no longer fiction, it is real. And while the jet rests under the roof, its story does not end on the ground. Outside the windows, large displays project what it looks like when the same jet takes off, rising through the sky with afterburners glowing in bright orange, cutting through clouds at supersonic speeds, and the sound reverberates in the hull, creating a sensation that one is flying even while standing still. And just a few feet away sits a futuristic car, sleek in design with a fully electric drivetrain powered by next-generation solid-state batteries capable of recharging in minutes and delivering ranges that surpass anything the world knew in the decade before. Its doors open upward in dramatic fashion, revealing an interior that glows with ambient light adapting to the passenger's mood, its dashboard replaced by a seamless holographic display, its seats formed from adaptive memory materials that mold perfectly to every passenger, ensuring comfort that feels alive. This car is not just a tool, it is an intelligent companion. It senses stress in the driver's voice, it monitors heart rate through the steering wheel and automatically suggests routes with the best scenery or least traffic depending on the emotional state of its occupant. The harmony between the jet and the car is deliberate. Engineers have built both worlds to speak to each other, sharing data, navigation and even biometric profiles, so that a pilot moving from cockpit to driver's seat feels no separation of experience. The showroom itself becomes a stage, a silent symphony where the automobile glides smoothly and the jet looms like a guardian of the skies, both bound together by a philosophy of progress. When one walks deeper into the showroom, a special platform reveals the top view of the jet, allowing visitors to appreciate the intricate wingspan, the subtle aerodynamic curves designed not just for speed but for grace and efficiency, and the paint finish reflects every light beam with a shimmer that makes it appear alive, almost breathing. And on the other side, the cars demonstrate their own magic with colors that shift depending on the angle of the viewer thanks to nanotech paint layers capable of reflecting wavelengths of light differently under each perspective. And while eyes marvel at the exteriors, the true wonder lies inside. Stepping into the cockpit of the fighter jet, one feels instantly transported into another dimension. There are no analog buttons, no mechanical levers, instead a panoramic screen wraps around the pilot, displaying augmented reality overlays of horizon, enemy targets, weather and fuel, all projected seamlessly into the pilot's vision through an advanced helmet that reads eye movement and brainwaves to anticipate commands. A simple glance locks a target, a subtle thought adjusts altitude. The jet becomes an extension of the pilot's consciousness, while the car nearby mirrors this philosophy through its AI co-pilot that not only drives autonomously but converses with the driver in a natural voice almost indistinguishable from a human companion, sharing news, offering recommendations or even suggesting a favorite song for the mood. Mobility in 2026 is no longer separation between ground and sky, it is one continuous journey where the boundaries blur. The jet outside the showroom lifts into the atmosphere, engines roaring, vapor trails forming arcs across the sky, while simultaneously the car drives silently along a smart highway lined with sensors that guide traffic, prevent accidents and optimize energy use. The synchronization between what happens on land and in air feels poetic, like a dance of technology designed to make life seamless. As the day fades into evening, the sky above the showroom glows in hues of purple and gold, and the green jet reflects these tones on its metallic skin, reminding onlookers that machines can be beautiful, not just functional. optional. The visitors record everything on their devices, sharing it across the digital cloud of humanity, where millions watch in real time across the world, marveling at how far technology has brought us in such a short time. But the narrative of 2026 is not just about beauty and spectacle, it is about sustainability and survival. The fuel running the jet is not fossil-based but synthetic, crafted from renewable energy sources and carbon captured directly from the atmosphere, making every flight carbon neutral, while the cars on the ground operate on solid-state batteries recyclable to nearly 100%, reducing waste to almost nothing. Entire cities are designed to support this ecosystem: rooftops covered in solar membranes, roads built with energy harvesting materials that feed into charging stations, and hangars designed with vertical gardens to offset every watt of power consumed. When one sits inside the futuristic car and the AI activates, the interior transforms like magic. Ambient lights glow softly, the air system releases natural scents, the seat adjusts silently, and the sound system recreates the acoustics of a concert hall or a forest, depending on the passenger's choice. Outside, cameras replace mirrors, projecting a 360-degree view into the dashboard. The car recognizes approaching vehicles, pedestrians, and even wildlife, warning the driver long before human senses could. And in the cockpit of the jet, the pilot experiences similar intelligence, with radar systems capable of predicting turbulence, atmospheric shifts, and enemy maneuvers through predictive algorithms, learning from millions of flight hours simulated in quantum computers. And while these technologies impress, the true transformation is cultural. People in 2026 no longer see travel as wasted time, it is part of life experience. Flying in a jet is not just military power but exploration. Driving a car is not just commute but meditation, and the showroom stands as a reminder that design and technology shape identity. The green jet becomes a symbol of speed, power, and precision, while the futuristic car stands for elegance, sustainability, and intimacy. Together they form a complete narrative about what humanity strives for: freedom in every direction. And visitors walking under the bright ceiling lights understand that this is not the future to come, it is the present already living around them. Engineers speak passionately to audiences, explaining how the composite materials in the jet wings reduce weight by 40% compared to metal alloys, how the self-healing paint in the car repairs scratches in seconds, how AI algorithms in both machines learn continuously, adapting to environments and user behavior. Designers share their vision of mobility as an art where form follows emotion as much as function, and ordinary people watch in awe, realizing they are part of history in motion. The children especially look at the jet and the car with eyes wide open, dreaming not of becoming just pilots or drivers but creators of worlds yet to come. The atmosphere inside the showroom vibrates with this collective hope, and while the crowd disperses, the story is far from over, because outside the sky waits for the jet and the roads wait for the car, both machines ready to demonstrate that the boundaries humanity once believed in are dissolving. And when the engines ignite and the tires roll, the future unfolds in real time. Part 1 of this journey through 2026 closes on this note, where the green jet glows under artificial light and the futuristic car hums softly nearby, symbols of two worlds destined to merge into one. As the story continues beyond the walls of the futuristic showroom, the year 2026 opens itself like a new book of human achievement. The fighter jet that once stood silently as a sculpture of technology now roars into the evening sky, its engines glowing with fire trails stretching across the horizon, and people on the ground lift their heads not in fear but in admiration, because they know this machine is not a destroyer but a messenger of progress and hope. Its wings cutting through the clouds, its body shimmering green under the fading sunlight, and inside the cockpit the pilot feels more like a conductor of an orchestra than a warrior. Every instrument is digital, every response is instant. The jet obeys thoughts with precision and flies as though it is alive, while down below on a smart highway a futuristic car slides forward silently, its electric motors producing no sound, its tires adjusting their texture to the road surface, its sensors communicating with satellites above, and the car too feels alive, like a trusted companion guiding its passengers with a voice that is calm, warm, and reassuring. The connection between sky and road is more than metaphor, it is reality, as the jet and car share the same data streams, weather patterns, traffic flows, energy networks, everything synchronized into one living system that humanity has built to make travel safe, sustainable, and extraordinary. In the cities of 2026, skyscrapers glow with vertical gardens, drones fly between towers delivering goods and information, while roads hum with quiet electric cars and skies shimmer with jets that leave no toxic exhaust but only trails of light that fade gently into the blue. Mobility has become art and art has become life, and as the jet climbs higher toward the stratosphere, the stars become visible even before night falls, a reminder that exploration no longer stops at the edge of the atmosphere, while the car continues its journey through an illuminated city street where lampposts powered by solar membranes bend softly as though bowing to the future. Inside the car, passengers relax in reclining seats, the AI adjusting temperature, music, and even scent to match their moods, and one can choose to watch a holographic film projected In midair or close their eyes and let the vehicle drive silently to the destination. The world outside becomes optional, the experience inside becomes infinite. In the cockpit of the jet the pilot experiences a parallel journey where augmented reality projects terrain outlines, enemy positions, weather forecasts, and even distant satellite feeds directly onto the canopy, so the sky is no longer empty, it is filled with living information dancing and shifting as fast as the mind can absorb. And with neural control systems the jet is no longer limited by the slowness of human reflexes, it responds to thought at the speed of electricity, weaving through turbulence with elegance and speed that would have been impossible in earlier decades. What connects both the car and the jet is not just technology but philosophy, the idea that machines must not dominate humans but extend them, give them new senses, new strengths, new ways to see the world. In 2026 people no longer treat travel as an inconvenience, it is part of identity. Just as fashion or art is to express style, so too is the vehicle one chooses to ride, whether on the ground or in the air. Some prefer the silence of autonomous limousines, others crave the thrill of piloting a supersonic jet across the sky, yet all share the same ecosystem built to be clean, intelligent, and responsive. And as the night falls fully the jet begins its return, the city below glowing like a constellation, the car below gliding like a star on the road, both machines moving in parallel arcs like poetry written with steel and electricity. And when the jet finally descends, its landing gear extending smoothly, its engines calming to a whisper, it touches the runway with a grace that belies its power, and the car pulls into the same futuristic showroom where it began its journey, the cycle complete and yet the story never ending. Visitors cheer quietly because they know they have witnessed something extraordinary, not a show but a glimpse into the living reality of the 21st century. The engineers emerge to explain the materials that make such wonders possible. Carbon composites lighter and stronger than anything before, nanotechnology embedded into paint that resists dirt and scratches, superconducting systems that allow cars to charge wirelessly while in motion, and bioengineered fuels that keep jets flying without destroying the planet. Scientists explain how artificial intelligence has grown beyond algorithms into something adaptive and intuitive, capable of not just predicting human needs but feeling them. Designers reveal sketches of future models that look less like machines and more like creatures of imagination, with flowing lines and surfaces that change texture at will, and the crowd listens mesmerized because they understand they are not witnessing the end of progress but the beginning. In the following months cities will open sky corridors where jets can travel side by side with drones without fear of collision thanks to unified AI control systems. Highways will feature lanes reserved for autonomous cars moving in perfect harmony at speeds beyond 200 miles per hour, powered entirely by renewable grids, and even personal mobility devices small enough to fit into backpacks will carry people across short distances with flight assisted by mini turbines. The transformation as total mobility is no longer a sector, it is the bloodstream of civilization, connecting every person, place, and dream. And as dawn approaches, a new day begins. The green jet gleams once again under the rays of the rising sun, parked back in the showroom as if it never left, but its story is written across the sky in trails of light. The futuristic car rests silently beside it, charging invisibly from the floor, ready for its next journey. The visitors leave, but their hearts are filled with fire. They know they are part of a world that no longer dreams of the future, because the future is here. The pilot removes the neural helmet, the driver steps out of the car, both smiling because they know the machines they command are not separate from them but extensions of their will. The journey of 2026 continues not in imagination but in reality, and for every person who hears this story the lesson is the same: technology is not cold, it is alive, not distance but connection, not limitation but freedom, and with that freedom humanity moves forward faster, cleaner, and more beautifully than ever before. This is the world we live in. This is the symphony of steel, electricity, and dreams that will carry us into the next century. Auto Reviews is